Hey peeps, I hope everyone's well. It's Harry from Inside Boxing Brain, and yes, you guessed right, we're back for another video. I wanted to jump online to react to Tommy Fury failing to make weight against Paul Bamba for this weekend's card. And before I go on, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, drop me a like on this video and comment your thoughts about Tommy missing weight. Because this isn't the first time that Tommy has actually flopped and showed his weakness when it comes to a professional boxing match. If you recall, in the build-up to his fights with Jake Paul, there was 2 occasions in which he actually dropped out of that fight. One was a broken rib, and that again was on the week of the fight. And the second one was failing to be able to get a visa to travel into the United States of America to be able to compete on that card. So it really shows, from my perspective, a lack of willingness for Tommy to actually commit to the professional ranks. Now, if you actually watch the weigh-in, which is out now on YouTube, before I go on, I'm so sorry. I look so tired, don't I? It's been a very long weekend, but the show must go on. So, if you actually go online and watch the video, the weigh-in video, you actually see Paul Bamba's reaction to Tommy Fury stepping on the scales. He looks a bit bemused, like, what's going on? And the main reason I thought that was because Tommy actually steps onto the scales and he's wearing some joggers and he's got his trainers on, and it almost looks like he's not trying to make weight. And then Paul Bamba immediately reacts and is like, in his face, but you can't see what he's saying until he gets off the scales and he gets interviewed by a really cool guy. Go check out this YouTube channel. It's called Fred Talks Fighting. Great channel. So Fred is actually out in Dubai at the moment, and he actually gets to interview Paul Bamba, and Paul says that Tommy didn't even attempt to make weight, and he's almost 7 pounds or 6.5 pounds over the contracted weight that was in Paul Bamba's contract. Now, it immediately makes you think, oh, so Tommy has failed to make weight, the fight's going to be off. But Paul says that no, they're trying to make the fight go ahead, and if he compensates him correctly, that they might go ahead and do it. So, as fans, I'm sat watching this interview and I'm thinking, no, surely not, the commission's going to cancel this fight. But then in breaking news, it comes out that the commission had actually got 2 separate contracts for the fighters in which 2 different weight classes were allowed, which is something I have never come across before in professional boxing in my life. How can 2 fighters who are going to fight in the ring have 2 completely different contracts with different weights in them? That makes no sense at all. And almost, well, factually it's dangerous. Only last week we had a fighter go into a coma. I'm not going to name names, right? Because that is still, developing and we don't know what the health of the fighter is. But the referee in the corner should have stopped that sooner. And the health of a fighter should always be priority number 1 on the list, because they're going in there to risk their lives and take actual punches to the face. And that shit hurts. So I'm very shocked to see that the commission would even let something like that happen, especially on such, a card with so many eyes on it. The main card is Floyd versus Deji, so millions of people are going to be watching this. And if something bad was to happen to Tommy's opponent, it brings, a lot of negativity into the sport. But to continue this story, there's more to it. So Tommy Fury comes out today in a YouTube short and says, it's all rubbish, I just want to clear this situation up. I made weight, the weight that was in my contract. Paul Bamba doesn't want to fight me, which is commonality. It's a theme within all of these dropouts, whether it's Jake Paul, whether it's Paul Bamba. So the boy who cried wolf has been caught out now. Nobody believes him. He has got another opponent, apparently, but who's it going to be? Some journeyman that nobody wants him to fight? Yeah, probably. So Tommy Fury, sort it out. What the hell is going on? Pay the man what he deserves. In these situations, usually what happens is that 20% of the fighter who's failed to make weight, so 20% of the purse of the fighter who's failed to make weight, goes to the opposition. And apparently they haven't been able to come to any reasonable conclusions in terms of negotiating compensation. But the commission have just cancelled it altogether. And Paul Bamba's being sent back to the States, probably out of pocket, because these fighters don't get paid until after the fight. And in many cases, you've got to pay your trainer, you've got to pay your manager, you've got to pay your promoter, you've got to pay your dietitian, you've got to pay your your promotional team in terms of people who do all your social media and PR. It's an expensive job being a professional fighter. And to not even get paid, we've not even taken into account his travel from the States all the way to Dubai and his accommodation and the rest of it. So Tommy Fury, again, it stinks. I don't understand why he would treat his opposition like that if he's a genuine boxer and he's a genuine fighter. Not the fighting man that many of us think that he should be, given the fact he's got the Fury name and Tyson is at the top of his game. So yeah, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Do drop me a comment in terms of what you think about this Tommy Fury situation. Should Paul Bamba just go ahead and fight him, even though that there's already a 6-pound weight discrepancy on top of the fact that they're going to rehydrate, and that could well turn into 12 to 15 pounds? Or do you think that this is again just another strike against Tommy's name? And do you think now that the fans are going to start realising that he's the boy who cried wolf? So yeah, drop me a comment below, subscribe to my channel. We are not too far away from 500 subscribers. So I'm really looking forward to breaking through 500 and then pushing all the way up to 1,000. My goal is I would love to do it by the end of next year. Slow and steady, I would love to do it. If we can do it sooner, then brilliant. It would be great to do it in Q1 of 2023. But what I am enjoying most of all is just making these videos, is talking about boxing, is getting my thoughts and my ideas out there into the world and actually speaking to people in the comment section. So yeah, it's Harry from Inside Boxing Brain. We'll be back for another video very soon, guys. Don't forget to subscribe.